Guys, in today's video, I'm making this video based on request. Like I did a video on how you restore your lost glory by the grace of God Almighty. All right, it's all these things is just natural way to do it. Couple or attach it with your prayers, you get your answer immediately. And on that my previous video, I did about how to restore this glory. A lot of questions was asked there, which I know that many people did not really understand what I was trying to understand, what I was trying to explain, or what I explained on that video. Because most of the times, if you are passing through some challenges, most of the times a lot of us start their particular problem that it's just the village people like that cause it and all of that. So today I'm going to do a powerful video or a wonderful recipe on how you can restore your glory. But before you go on in preparing this recipe, or I show you what you need for this item, that is important thing I would like you to know, so that you yourself not make such mistake to your children. So good morning to you all, good afternoon and good evening. If today is your first time here or you're just new, welcome my dear. I love you for joining us. All right, so if you are returning subscribers, thank you very much for coming back. I love you and I'm not taking your love for granted. I love you with all my heart. Thank you all. All right, so in today's video I want to talk on the restoring of the glory. Now there is some important thing that we want to understand. Remember, I told you whenever you see me making a video, maybe somebody have asked something, the question concerning that, or because there is an issue treated on that particular thing, and which I wouldn't want the same thing to happen to other people. All right, and that is why most of the times it seems as if I explained too much. I apologize for that, but I just want you to understand exactly what you are embarking on, so that you yourself will not make such mistake. You will also educate people that is coming up to you. All right, now sometimes sometimes you are passing through a lot of things, let me tell you, and you are focusing that maybe it's my village people that is doing this thing to me, or because it's my family foundation, is all about. Yes, most of the problems people pass through is as a result of that, but not all. Now, a lot of people destinies has been taken as a result of when they were kids, when they was born. Let me tell you, as a mother, when you were born, there is some evil nurses and there is some evil doctors. Let me be honest with you, all right? And when a child is being born, if you happen or somebody is happen to meet that particular evil one, and because of he has an evil eyes, all right, he has a witchcraft eyes, or he has a eyes that he belongs to somewhere, you can be able to view what that child is going to be in the future. Believe me, it's real. The person will be able to be, and sometimes some doctors or some even nurses, they exchange that destiny. So there is a lot of people that are suffering today, not as a result of their family background, rather is a result of somebody that delivered them when they were kids. All right, or somebody that births them. Another thing is birthing your child. You should know whoever that births your child, especially for the first 1 week of the child. Please just know the person that is birthing your child. Don't just say, oh, my friend just came from somewhere and said he wants to help me to birth my child. You just carry your baby and give that person to birth. Please, I am not discouraging you from doing that. I'm just telling you what is happening and what that's just happened. All right, now again, as a mother, if you have your child, please make sure you and your partner, you and your husband, take care of your baby placenta. Is very, very important. This is another way the enemy can steal somebody's glory. All right, then another thing again is your baby cord. Please take care of it. All right, and another thing again, I said this on my previous bit about 7 months ago. There is something that we call it a pool of blood of clothes. They say that when you give birth, some hospitals they will use napkins, some they will use clothes, some will use this Macintosh of a thing. You know, when they bring in the baby, there is a blood that comes out that separates the mother and the child. It's very, very important. So if you are having your baby and maybe that thing that you use, when you are going home, request it, let them give it to you. Go home and wash it yourself, or go home and burn it yourself. Don't just say, oh, it's just a waste. It's not really a waste. All right, now this is what matters. And now sometimes if you are passing through, maybe you are focusing your prayer. That is why sometimes people thought that God doesn't answer prayer. Let me tell you, God answers prayer. Universe answer prayer. The reason is that we are not praying to the men, thing that is happening to us. Let's assume you are feeling headache and you went to the hospital and the doctor are asking you, why are you sick, what is wrong with you, and you couldn't say, oh, this is because of my problem, and the doctor is busy treating you of a stomach upset. You see that headache will not go, because that is not where you are channeling your treatment to. All right, so you need to understand this thing is very, very important, because it has hindered a lot of people without knowing about it. So please, this is for everyone, and it's something that is very easy for you to do. So if you want to do it in restoring your glory using this particular thing, it's very, very important. But I assure you, if you do this particular one, you are coming back to testify. Okay, so now, how to restore your glory using this? Remember, I said you need to pray. Now, the day you want to do this particular recipe, you are going to do it for 7 days. So you are going to embark in a fasting and prayer. You are going to embark in a fasting and prayer. So if you're a Muslim, if you're a Christian, just pray, fast for that 7 days. All right, now this is what you do. Get a full bucket of water. Get a full bucket of water. Please, you are using silver bucket. Don't use the rubber bucket, please. Just use silver bucket. That one is very easy to get. So now, when you get your silver bucket, okay, now fill it with water. Now get this bread kese. All right, this brekese ide and all of that. So please, you can also help us on the comment section to tell us another name for this fruit. This fruit is wonderful fruit. This fruit is amazing. This fruit is wonderful. All right, if you have not been using it, if you have not burned it in your house, please do. It does a lot of things. Now, when you fill the bucket of water with the bucket with water, then this brekese, all right, you are going to get it like this. Then you are going to cut it into pieces. Cut it into pieces. Now, after cutting it into pieces, you are going to put it inside that water. Then get money. This is money. I'm just using this money to show you an example. So you get money, any amount of your choice. All right, even if it's a lower currency, even if it's the highest currency, that is fine. But remember, this is the money that when you do it, you are not going to use it again, because you're going to cut this money into pieces. So you're going to cut, let's assume you are using this is 15 naira now. Let's assume you are going to cut this 15 naira to the number of your age. So you see why I said, so even if it's lower currency, let it be money. Even if it's 5 naira, even if it's 10 naira, it's fine. Now, let's assume this money, you are going to cut it into the number of your age. So let's assume you are 30 years. You are going to cut this money into 30 pieces. If you are 50 years, that is how you do it as well. Then after that, now carry this money and this brekese and put it inside this water. Now you are going to leave that water for 7 days. You are not using it that day. That is why I say you need to fast for this recipe. Remember that the kingdom suffered violence. It's only the violent that take it by force. So this time around, you need to take what belongs to you by force. Anybody that is using your glory to shine, you need to take back your glory, so that your shine will be your shine. All right, so you need to be spiritually alive. You need to determine to do it. So at least you fast 6 to 3, 6 to 6, 6 to, depend on your strength. All right, now you are going to read Bible. So if you're a Christian, get your Bible. Read the Bible of your age. The Bible of your age. You understand me now? So let's assume you are 10 years. So you read Psalm of your age. Like Psalm of your age. All right. Now, for those of you that is not Christian, you use your Quran or your holy, whatever you are reading. Then what you are going to do as well, you just opened it. Once you open it, any verses or any quotation you see at that particular moment, you keep using it for this prayer. All right, so this is what you do every day. You are going to be fasting. This weather is so hot though, guys. So you every day you keep fasting. As you are fasting, if you want to pray, you go closer to the water. All right, and you start praying after reading the Bible of your age, that as you get into this age, anyone that is using your glory to shine, anyone that is causing you this anything at all, whether it's, just pray, because you don't know where the problem is coming from. All right. And that is one thing I used to tell people. Let me tell you, in the journey of spirituality, or in a journey of prayer, everybody is a suspect. So you don't know who is against you. I told you a woman did a video and the son died because the son is the cause of what she's passing through. So it's somebody that is throwing stone in a congregation, don't know who to fall, the stone is going to hit. So if you are not ready for whatever that will come out of this, please don't go ahead and do it. I don't want to regret. I don't want saying, oh, let the people, please, this has happened. Oh, what do I do? Something that I ran around last 2 weeks. Please, I don't want to experience it again. So if you know that you are not going to take whatever that comes out of it, please don't go ahead and do it. So this is what you do. You keep praying to the water. When you want to pray, you go closer to the water. You just be praying inside the water that today, as whenever you are using this water, that God in heaven should use this water to deliver you. Any man or woman that is using your destiny to shine, as you are doing this today, that today you are receiving your destiny, let that person release your destiny and die. Let that person, if the person refuse to let you go, let that person die. All right. But if that person is willing to repent, God should forgive the person. All right, Abby. So this is how you just pray your prayer. Then after praying, you keep the water in a safe place. Please, I don't want somebody to come and tell me, oh, Lady P, do you know where I kept that water? My son went there and poured the water away. Oh, Lady P, where I kept the water? My husband now use it and watch his clothes. Oh, you know this. Sometimes there is some questions that when I see it, if I overlook it, some people may feel that, oh, you are just rude, or you are not just being nice or whatever. But there's something that you know that you're doing something, you need to be focused on that thing. Like me, if I want to do something, I know this is this. Sometimes if I do my recipes, I will hang it up where I know that my children cannot go there, because I know what I am doing. Okay, so I'm sorry. So after praying, when you get to 7 days, then at night, when it's about 12 o'clock at night, between morning and day, all right, then you stand up. That is where you say your final prayers. Then if you want to have this bath, let me tell you, this is what you do. You are going to get this bread kese. All right, let's assume I will advise, but if you can, because this one is still fresh, so I will advise, maybe when you start doing your water own, you just get some and place it on the sun, be drying it. All right, if you can dry it like this, your own, now you know. So just get this bread kese as well. Now you are going to cut it into pieces, or anyhow you want to do it. You are going to blend it into powdered form. All right, now after blending it into the powdered form, this is what you do. You get an ashes, overnight ashes. Now when you get the ashes, another thing you need, you get a African black soap. So if you don't have that one, if you have any black soap of your choice, but this African black soap is very common to get, but I know a lot of people has been saying we cannot get it and all of that. So get a black soap. Now mix, when you grind this thing into powdered form, then mix it with that ashes. All right, and turn it together with the soap, the black soap. Then after turning it, you get a native sponge. All right, maybe I'm going to show you the native sponge on the screen. So you get that native sponge. This is the soap and sponge you are using to bet this water. All right, this is the soap and sponge you're using to bet the water. Now when it's 12 o'clock, now use this soap. You are going to prepare soap, you will just use once, then use the soap, put it in that sponge and go back to the water. If possibly you can bet outside, but if you cannot bet outside, bet in your bedroom, it's fine. Then this is what you do. You now keep, as you naked, you want to bet now, you start praying that God, today, that this is how you came into this world, and any man or woman that have collected your destiny, that collected whatever that belongs to you, that this is how you came into this world, as you are betting out this thing, that today you are collecting it. That hand that person is using to hold it, you are washing it out, you are receiving. Speak, pray though, because your prayer is what activates it to work very fast for you. Then after praying, you use that soap and water. Start from your head. So if you're a lady, you make your hair, you just start from your face. So you start betting, removing whatever that you are experiencing that you don't want in your life. You start removing them, you start destroying them, you start, whatever at all that you don't want. So you just keep praying that way. After prayer, you are going to use that water until you finish up the water. Then after finishing the water, all right, now allow that water to dry on your body. Then for that money and for that brekese that you've cut into the water, pack it together with a sponge that you use, all right. And in the morning, either you burn it or you buried it, anyone. So either you burn it or you bury it. You can burn your buried it, so you are confirming whatever that you have done. And so shall it be, that from now that you do this thing to 7 days from today, that God should show you the manifestation of this thing that you did. And believe me, you will see doors open. I'm not saying that it's only for those people that their destiny was collect when they were small. No, I am just saying everybody can do it. If you notice that somebody is using what you belong to you to shine, that somebody is using your glories to shine, you are free to do it. But why I explain based on the bedside is because it's something that just happened. All right, the lady, the destiny was taken when she were born. You know, it's the person that delivered her that collected the destiny, because you notice that the lady is the one to wipe away the tears of the family. So it happens that way. So as a mother, don't forget to keep praying for your children, please. It's very, very important. Mother's prayer is very, very effective. So always pray for your children. Anyone that will want to use the glory of children, your children, that God should destroy, that universe should destroy those people, and it works. All right, so this is simple way to restore your glory using this method, and believe me, like I said, it work like magic. You see this breaker, say if you know the benefit of this, believe me, you will just get a bag of it and keep it in your home. But don't worry, we have come, so we should be talking one after the other on how to use it. Thank you very much, my lovely family. I love you all. For those of you that follow me on my TikTok account, God bless you all. For those that follow me on Instagram, God bless you. For those that not yet follow me, God bless you, because I know you will surely follow me. All right, so thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. If you want more of this content, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? You follow me up to this moment and you don't want to hit the red button, so please do, because I love you. And see you in my next video. Bye.